Today we're starting our last first grade literature book. Can you believe it? The last one we're going to be reading together. And it is not Make Way for Ducklings, but I have this sitting here because the book we're going to read is by the same author, Robert McCloskey, and I'm hoping that you remember reading this in kindergarten. Those of you that went to kindergarten at FCA read this, and maybe those of you who didn't have also read it somewhere else. But it was a great book by Robert McCloskey. He won the Caldecott Medal for it in 1942, and he spent a lot of time studying real little ducklings to make the pictures for this beautiful book. And Blueberries for Sal takes place in Maine. It's the very most northeastern tip of the United States of America. And it's a beautiful country up there, and Robert McCloskey lives there, and he drew these pictures from things that he saw in his everyday life, and it's a sweet little story, and I know you're going to enjoy it. So let's get started. Blueberries for Sal by Robert McCloskey. It also, it didn't win the Caldecott Medal, but it was a Caldecott Honor book, which meant it was in the running for that. And it has great pictures. And you can tell by the stove here. Is this a modern day kitchen? No, this is kind of an old-fashioned, a little bit time gone by. They have an old-fashioned wood stove here they're cooking on. And this is little Sal and her mother. And it shows them with some old-fashioned kind of canning jars too. And what do you think they're putting in them? What's the title of our book? Okay, let's get started. Today we're going to read pages 6 to 15. Blueberries for Sal by Robert McCloskey. One day, little Sal went with her mother to Blueberry Hill to pick blueberries. Little Sal brought along her small tin pail to put berries in. "We will take our berries home and can them," said her mother. "Then we will have food for the winter." Have you ever canned any food? Little Sal picked 3 berries and dropped them in her little tin pail. Ka-plink, ka-plank, ka-plunk. Look at those words. Ink, ank, unk at the end. She picked 3 more berries and ate them. Then she picked more berries and dropped 1 in the pail, ka-plunk, and the rest she ate. Then little Sal ate all 4 blueberries out of her pail. Her mother walked slowly through the bushes, picking blueberries as she went and putting them in her pail. Little Sal struggled along behind, picking blueberries and eating every single one. She's not helping very much, is she? Little Sal hurried ahead and dropped a blueberry in her mother's pail. It didn't sound ka-plink because the bottom of the pail was already covered with berries. She reached down inside to get her berry back. Though she really didn't mean to, she pulled out a large handful because there were so many blueberries right up close to the one she had put in. Her mother stopped picking and said, "Now, Sal, you run along and pick your own berries. Mother wants to take her berries home and can them for next winter." That's where we're stopping for today. I want you to read those exact same pages to your parent. Use your best expression. And then there are some questions for you to talk about with your parent after you read them. Enjoy.